Good evening. Just thought I'd get on here for a second and just update you on what's going on this week. It's Holy Week. Yesterday I talked to you about being holy. It's something you have to be. And so I just want to come back and just remind you again what this week's about. Jesus said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. That you might have life and have it more abundantly. He said in John 10:10, the thief, he has come to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. I came so that you could be holy. Without me coming, without my death, burial, and resurrection, without this week taking place, me going to the cross, going to the grave, you couldn't be holy. So I need you just to agree with my design for your life, says the Lord. You're good and you're special. But there's something else he asks us to be. He said, I want you to be light. See, that's interesting to me. Be holy. And I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. The reason I came is so that you could be light. Each one of you could be light. So no matter how far back you go in history, light has been the same. Whether it was a campfire light or a candle, or whether it was a torch or became a lamp, and then created the light bulb, and then on through technology. We have the most sophisticated lighting systems in the world today. But the simplicity of the light is a light only influences what area it's in. It doesn't matter what it is, that campfire, that candle, that flashlight, those headlights, that lamp, it only influences the area that it's in. So when you understand he says, be light, what he's saying is, I want you to influence your area. That means if you're in the break room, I want you to be light. If you're in the bedroom, I want you to be light. If you're in the bathroom, I want you to be light. It means if you enter a hospital room, I want you to be light. If you enter a funeral home, I want you to be light. If you come over for Thanksgiving to a family gathering, I want you to be light. I want you to influence that area that you're in, because that's what light does. So it doesn't matter all down through history. When Jesus said stuff like this, he knew what he was talking about. He knew that light is different than other things. So he clarified, I want you to be light. I want you to influence the area you're in. The thing about light, though, is the bedroom light, it doesn't influence the living room. And the light in the bathroom doesn't influence the kitchen. And so you have to understand that, because sometimes we think being light is about, this broad, vast thing. No, the lights in the stadium only influence the stadium that they're in or the building that they're in. So understand that very clearly. Light influences areas. So he's saying, wherever you're at, I want you to have influence. Wherever you're at, I want you to influence that area. I want you to be the lights of the world. And that's why he came. And that's what this week's all about. Not only that we could just be holy and agree with his design, that we're good and we're special, and that he made us and created us, and he put in us individually our uniqueness, who we really are and what we're really about, our time in history, what things we were going to be involved in, as our life goes on. But he says, wherever you're at, I want you to influence that area. I want you to be light. And so I want you to think about that this week. He said, that's why I came, so that you could be light. And each one of you could influence the people around you. And it's so different. There's other things he asks us to be. Maybe I'll touch on all of them this week. But they're so interesting. So Rick, be holy. Susie, be holy. Rick, be light. See, you don't do light. Just like you don't do holiness. You don't do light, you be light. So it's not something you do. It's not something you have to have. You just be light. You just be it. You influence the area you're in. And so the thing is somebody might say, well, I just have influence over this small area. I just want you to hear it, because we used to sing it, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Well, I don't want you to say little, because that was kind of like for kids. That was toddlers and little kids And, elementary students, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Don't say little, but do say this light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And I'm going to let it shine till Jesus comes. And I'm not going to let Satan, not going to let him do anything to blow it out or turn it off. Back then they were talking about candles. But I'm not going to let Satan stop me from being light, from influencing those around me. And I'm going to let it shine all over Morristown, or I'm going to let it shine all over Knoxville. I'm going to let it shine all over Athens. Wherever I'm at, I'm going to let my light shine. I'm going to be light. Now, the cool thing about light, though, is even though it influences just the bathroom, when you open the door of the bathroom, it influences more of the hallway or the bedroom. When you open the door of the bedroom, the light that's in the bedroom influences. So here's the secret to it. If you understand, open doors allow you to have more influence. So look for open doors. Open doors allow you to have more influence. Just a little bit more. And another open door allows you to have a little bit more on influence. And another open door allows you to have a little bit. Because even though that light was designed just for that room, as soon as the door opens, and it only influences that room as long as the door's closed. But when a door opens, that light creeps out. And it doesn't matter the size of the light. A little light, a candle light back then, influenced an area. A torch influenced an area. They would have flames down the hallways of certain caves influencing that area. Campfire influencing that area. And now we influence so much. I mean, think about the lighting today. It's amazing. And it's so powerful because I believe what God was saying is I'm going to take a few people and they're going to influence others and influence others and influence others. And this thing is going to get better and better and better and brighter and brighter and brighter. And what's going to happen is at the end of the age, at the coming of the Lord, what's going to happen is the church is going to be as the brightest. It's going to be just like technology. Lighting now is amazing, but I believe that's just the way we're going to be. I believe as our life comes to an end or at the end of the age comes, that we're going to be brighter than we've ever been. We're going to be illuminated. I pray for people sometimes. It's kind of cool. I get them and I get my hands on them. And I pray their wattage would increase. If they were just like a 25 watt, I want them to be a 50 watt. If they're 100 watt, I want them to be a 200 watt. If they're a 250 watt, I want them to be a 500 watt. And that's what I want for your life. I want God to increase your wattage. I want you to be brighter than you've ever been. I want you to have more influence than you've ever had. Don't forget, be light. Influence every area you enter, every place you're at, every room you're in, every person you meet. He came, he gave his life, he rose again, so you and I could be light. You're the light of the world. That's what he talks about. And he calls us that. There's other things he tells us to be, but I just want to stop by and tell you that. Be light. Influence those around you for good. Shine and dispel the darkness. It doesn't matter who you are, what kind of light you are. It doesn't matter. Darkness can't have an effect. The light always affects darkness, and you have that effect. You can influence all darkness around you. It doesn't matter what level of darkness it is. You can influence it. You're the light. You're the light. He gave his life. You're the light for that room, for that family, for that workplace, for that school, for that campus, for that church, for that community. Be a light. God bless you.